So this time around, we're going to be rotating this shape around a vertical line. In this case, we're going to rotate it around the y-axis. So you notice that this is the region R right here, and I'm going to go ahead. This is the equation. This red line is the equation y equals 2 root x. This blue line right here is the equation x equals 0, or the y-axis, and this green line right here is the equation y equals 2. And we're going to rotate that around the y-axis. Another YouTube user did this for me animated-wise, so let's look what it looks like. Did you see that? So once again, it creates a lovely little shape that's a cross section from the top. You can see that it's a circle. You can see that there is no gap in that circle. So this is what we have on your paper right here. And so this goes down to rotating around a vertical line with no gap whatsoever. So that means that this is a circle, no gap. That means there's one circle, and the area of that circle is pi r squared. Now, let's look at this radius, though. The radius is coming from the right-hand side to the left-hand side. And do you remember that previous unit? When we have something going in this direction, we are thinking about it in terms of right minus left, but we need x equals equations when we do that. So the first thing we need to do is we need to get that red equation, that y equals 2 root x. We want to get that into an x equals equation. So I'm going to divide by 2, and then I'm going to square both sides. So I get y squared over 4 equals x. Now the blue line, the y-axis, that already has an x equals equation. So that's x equals 0. I'm going to go back to the picture real quick. So we know we're creating a circle, so I'm going to show you the three-dimensional figure first. So from the top, we can see this beautiful little circle right there. We know that the radius is this to this. So if we come back over here, that's from this point to this point, or a little bit farther down in the circle from here to here. And this equation is now y squared over 4 equals x. So x equals y squared over 4, and x equals 0. So our radius is going to be the red line minus the blue line. We got our x equals equation, so y squared over 4 minus 0, which really just simplifies to y squared over 4. There was one circle, so we go ahead and do our volume. So volume equals the lower y value to the upper y value, pi radius squared. Now, I had mentioned in the previous two videos, if I wanted to, I could have simplified it and moved the pi. I'm going to go ahead and do that in this example. So I can take a constant like pi and move it to the outside, and y squared over 4 is the same as y to the 4th over 16. So this is kind of what a simplified integral would look like, and then I can put that in my calculator and get myself the right answer. So two things that are different about this video. Number one, this time around we were revolving around a vertical line, and that meant I needed to do an x equals equations with bounds that are y values.